Tell me what you were doing. It was called. All right. Interestingly, we have a lot of stories that will be coming through with different sports disciplines. But one of the biggest happened to be in this time round, where the City Oilers had, of course, a run over, of course, a team that I will be giving you a few moments after here. At the same time, the USA games in Koboko still continue. Yesterday, we did see a break after, of course, one or two issues. Yes, yesterday we did see a game where, of course, Team St. Charles Luanga was beaten, and a lot that probably came through. And Saturday will be the day for quarterfinals, according to reports coming right there. And we will be getting to one of our chief reporters at that side of Koboko. He will be giving us updates on what exactly is happening. But again, United is reshuffling, probably planning for reshufflement over the entire technical team, let's say the staff or the staffing of the team of Manchester United. That's one big thing that will be coming right there. And then we also see that England is also so much preparing to see that they really need to put a lot of effort in there. So all these are some of the things that we shall be rounding out. But all in all, I want to say that we shall be connecting to, that is, of course, Koboko, to Mr. Swaib Kokole, whom we talked, whom I were here with last time, and he did tell us a lot of things that probably came through right from there. Now, he'll be giving us update about how far with the Koboko district, of course, secondary school games or the post-primary games, and that is USA, that of course is giving us a lot of things. So we shall be waiting from him. Of course, shortly he will be joining us online to see that he gives us updates on what exactly is happening right there. Susie, welcome once again. Now let's get back to business. The FUFA Big League is returning, and then we also do have what is called yes, the FUFA Big League returning. We also do have the Uganda Premier League that is also returning with a couple of games that we shall be talking about. Let's first connect to you. That is Mr. Swaib Kokole, who is our chief reporter from Koboko, and he'll be telling us more about what exactly is happening that side right there. Good afternoon, Swaib, and how is the weather today? Yesterday looked chilly, and in Arua we had rain. Did you also have rain that side of Koboko?
Live from Koboko. Currently, as I stand, in the St. Charles playground. The weather is very positive this time, except yesterday, we were blessed with a lot of rain, and the whole day we really did experience rain.
Okay, that's a very good one. Now, if let's look at today's weather. How good is it today?
Well, I think football-wise, it's a bit sunny, very good weather, very clear, very often, with a bit of, a fresh wind blowing, and I think this could be very, very good for the players, and maybe like rain a bit later. That's what we don't know, but for now, it's quite good weather, for our football.
So bricklaying should you want to force people to go in bricklaying when we have already started seeing signs of rain.
Very possible for break because this is March, of course, towards April where we expect rain.
Okay. Niceness. Let's talk about the district games that are going on, and probably what exactly we are expecting from that is the teams that probably are doing in there. How far, when did it start, and how exactly the games going on, officiation and the rest of the things that probably are going on.
Well, as West City, I'm very following this game right from day one. Of course, it started on Monday. That is 23. And of course, we have 19, that's for the boys football, and we have 17, that's for the girls football, except the two schools that is the Charles Luanga without girls team, and one of the new schools right from next to the corner there, that is Cuba, and another show that is not the girls team. Maybe quickly take it through in Group A, we have four schools. We have Nyaru SS, the training champions for last year. We have Padoki SS, we have Millennium College, we have Alpha. Group B over the boys of football, of course, we have Koboko Parents SS, Koboko Modern, Nyakalso, Nyai, and then Coach SS. Group C, we have Nyangile SS, Ombati, Longira, Koboko Town College, this my teams there. For boys, we have Koboko Public and Charles Luanga, Global Eden, Ubora, and Francis Ibe Memorial. So we're done for football. In the girls football, of course, group we have Coach SS, we have Padok SS, Koboko Modern, Ubora, and then group B, we have Francis Ibe Memorial, we have Millennium College, Global Eden, Nyai. Group C has Nyarlo SS, Koboko Public, Alpha Obachi. Then the last group in this tournament for the girls football, that's Group D, where we have Nyangile Senior Secular School, Koboko Parents SS, Daystar, Nyangile SS, and lastly, Koboko Town College. And all I want to assure you, right from day one of this tournament, the tournament has been so peaceful, and of course, really the situation ground was so good. I think if that is how the tournament was continue, it was going to be quite okay. The khaki men were all on ground, patrolling, moving from place to place. At the same time also, the leaders from the schools, including the faculty and even the students at large, they've been patrolling. And one interesting thing for this year has been kind of more of discouraging the students from, gathering in a group and boosting, it was totally discouraged. So all in all, security-wise, Monday, of course, we were quite boosted up to Tuesday. Only yesterday, where kind of a tear gas, triggered a bit. That was in a match between St. Charles Luanga and Koboko Public. After St. Charles Luanga losing to Koboko Public, they could not concede or accept. So that was what almost brought us to almost go for a hike. But I think interestingly, we were actually hidden or hampered by the rain. When the rain drops in, everyone would actually have to stop what was going. But otherwise, since then, the rituals were being so good. And for them, the performance, right from day one, games have been so tight, a lot of goals, except Coach SS, all the scooping a win, 1-0 win for them in day one. And they too, perhaps still in the boys' side, the highest score was by Nyarlo SS. Beating Alpha was one of the champions. That was the huge win. And the second best win, of course, was from Ivy Francis Gregorio, was winning 4-1. And that's again the
all right, let's talk about something here. You talked about the first experience of tear gas, probably in Koboko. That was because Luanga couldn't really accept defeat, but all in all, it happened. Now, ahead of all this, that shows you that security is tight and everything is okay. Looking forward, how far has the game reached? Because we are looking at whether if it has started in the playoffs, let's say not even playoffs, group stages. What about the quarterfinals?
Yes, from Monday up, that is Thursday, and of course that is the group stages where they are completing today. And I want to show you in the group stages we have this last message. That's when we shall also update to us about what the teams have qualified. And I want to show you the teams that have so far qualified, let's say, completed their group stages yesterday. After winning also 4-1, they are through in their group stages, that is Group A, with 7 points, with 9 goals, of course, in their group. And another group also that is has 2, that's not other than this is also through the group stages. But other games that are coming today, as we wind down the group stages, that's Nyangile SS will play Daystar, that's at Charles Luanga. Another determinant for Nyangile or Daystar, basically Nyangile either to go to the quarterfinals or no, then Ubora SS will play St. Charles Luanga, another determinant. St. Charles Luanga, being in the board, they are automatically to the regional. That's one thing I want to assure you. But as for now, they are ready. They need a win to again, by win the next stage over. But as they are automatically, but that's another struggle for them. And another game that shall also is led to Koboko Public to play Global Eden. Meanwhile, in the girls, Koboko Public will play Obachi in the girls team, and then Daystar will play Nyangile, where Daystar by virtue they already have 7 points left with 1 game to qualify to the quarters. And of course, Koboko Town College also will play Longera. But is that one thing I want to assure you? Nyarlo also this time, they are also through Nyarlo SS. girls team, they are through the quarterfinals. In other words, the quarterfinals are scheduled for Saturday, where we shall play the quarterfinals and the semi, and then Monday, that's when we shall play the third place and the finals.
Let's talk about something here. Swipe, there is a new team or a new school called Global College, I think, something of that kind.
Global
Eden, yes. How is their performance? The last time I watched them, I heard about them was when they played the St. Charles Luanga.
Yeah, Global Eden, a 3-year-old school in Koboko, they are threatening this. And yesterday, actually, when they played Luanga, they gave Eden in a 2-3 win. That is for St. Charles Luanga, where you couldn't believe. They scored in the first half, and of course, Luanga had to put down. They scored again. Luanga had to, of course, equalize, and lastly, Luanga really having that effort at leveling. But one thing the football Global Eden is playing, a total football, a football that everyone admires, passing football, modern football, where they are really determined and ready to crush another team that comes. And as I talk for now, they have one game to play, as they have 4 points in their group stage.
Do you see a possibility of them getting to the next level?
Yeah, I think possibly, because they are going to face another team, that is Koboko Public, that has only 3 points in their group stages, and they lost 2 games. That means, Global Eden has an upper hand of excelling, of progressing to the ground of, basically the second round.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Unless you have any other update from Koboko besides the post-primary school games, but if not, then I will have to let you go.
Well, I think for now, I want to assure the viewers of what Nile City that we shall always update them about what's happening on ground and in the finals. And for now, it's very cool, and but one thing I noticed, this time, maybe the next one, I am not, kind of trying to make it earlier, so I'll have the rest from here.
Okay, maybe you guys enjoying ice cream. I can hear that in the background. But anyway, a nice time, and probably we shall be getting to you once again when we get more updates, or when we need more updates from that side, probably right here on West Nile Television. Thank you so much. Okay, that has been Kokole right there, of course, a correspondent of West Nile Television, and giving us all the updates on what exactly we probably wanted from him, and that is the update he has given us. Susie, Koboko seems to be lately, and yet they are going to be the host for, that is the regionals right there. So Luanga couldn't accept the defeat that they got yesterday.
The issue with, I would say, tradition of schools is that they always feel, since they are the giants and all these other schools came after them and they are down there, they are supposed to win. If you want to win, guys, play hard, play football so that you win. Whichever result comes through, please accept. But I think it was a nice experience that they refused the results and allowed the community members to test tear gas for the first
was that
time.
A good experience?
Tear gas should eat everyone. The one in Arua, I think for us, we are used to it. It is recurring. It's now like it's becoming part of the ongoing
part of life.
Part of life. Every other time there is a post-primary game, you prepare for tear gas. You anticipate that it's going to be there, and at the end of the day, it is there. So the Koboko people, like you had said, I don't know why they actually delayed in dragging all this. They needed to be actually the first region or the first people to complete this, waiting for the rest of the people. Exactly. Yeah. For the rest of the people to join in together so that they can go on with the regions. But there they are.
Yeah, there they are. That is Koboko for you. Now looking into what exactly is happening in the Uganda Premier League, the couple of games that probably are moving on on card today, with of course the team of KCCA taking on Busoga. Yesterday you were not here, but I was giving out the list of players who are to be watched this season, and of course those players who could be getting the golden boots, including Mohamed Shaban, including Senka Tuka-Nelson, including of course the man himself, Dennis Omedi. Now Isaac Wangiona has been also added, and Fred Amaku, because 9, 10, 11, 11, 11 means they can still do something. So 5 names on the battle for that is the top scorer and at the same time the golden boot. So today it should be proven maybe by Shaban that he can still be adding tallies because he's back. He didn't play against Vipers. Yeah. He probably could be back from, that is the national team. If he has not come back, then KCCA will have to miss him. But he is on form right now. Now, KCCA's coach, Abdallah Mubiru, is saying that he wants his side to build momentum on the games that they have been playing, and of course, make sure that this game they are hosting today is not an easy one. Busoga is a good side. They have always given hard time, but KCCA are looking so hard to see that they want to win this game. What's your prediction? What is your say about the team depth of KCCA and that of Busoga?
This game will be today at, there is Philip Mondi, that is a home of KCCA. Trust me, it's going to be a little bit hard for Busoga. Yes, we've seen Busoga winning games at their homes. They're very surprised at visiting teams that actually go down to play when they are the host. But here they are at 7 p.m. today being visitors to, there is the home of KCCA, under floodlights, artificial turf and all that. The experience sometimes disturbs a lot of people. It is only a key to, there is the owners of the place. So basically, KCCA being on form these days. If you look at the table standings, KCCA sits at position number 8 with 29, and then Busoga sits at position number 14 with 17 in the relegation zone. So basically, to me, all I know is that Busoga want to add on points if they win this game, of course, which is going to be very, very hard. They will, of course, leap through out over there is the red zone, the relegation zone. But then for KCCA, trust me, I doubt if KCCA will allow themselves to lose on all these games, because if they win today's games at 29, that of course will bring them to either position number 6 or position number 7, based on how URA and Maroons of course will play in their various games. But with a lot of remarkable and hardworking legendary players at KCCA, like you just said, KCCA being on form, trust me, I am seeing a win for, there is a team at KCCA this time around with
ruled out
Shaban. Shaban, I think, even will be on the score sheet tonight.
Okay. Give us, of course, your comments on what you think. Do you think KCCA and Busoga, who would be winning under that is the floodlights? Now, KCCA is used to those floodlights. Very few teams are yet getting used to, because that's one big advantage I'm seeing in the KCCA team today, because there are not much teams that have shown interest in playing under floodlights. A few are doing that, so we could be expecting probably very many teams also suffer consequences over floodlights, and that is one thing for me I'm seeing from these games that will be coming. But you can still be part of it. Make your prediction by, of course, dropping your comments on the comment box, and be part of the show wherever you're catching it from. Like Baguma, Dennis Caesar is already online, so you can still keep following right there. But all in all, there's also that way that the style of play of KCCA has improved their game. Abdallah Mubiru, when he came, you've seen a lot of change into the KCCA team. Before, the Muzungu used to do, yes, enough, we used to do, but to very many people it was not enough, and that is shown by the results that the team is getting right now. I don't know whether you believe in what I say.
For Waruna Mubiru, they always say that the old broom knows all the corners of the house. So basically, for the Muzungu, he didn't understand. That the type of play that we have in Uganda, of course, which differs from the rest of the places. Every other country, I should say, has a different type of play. So the Muzungu came in here and needed some time to sit back and watch how things are done here, so that he comes in and matches on with all these other people. And I think that is why he basically didn't do a lot and didn't achieve a lot with the team at KCCA. But as Mubiru came in office, we literally saw him trying to clean up a few of the messes that KCCA had in-house and outside. So basically from there, he picked up every other piece and tried to mend them together, and that's why we are seeing that results coming up currently. He knows his players, he knows the strengths and weaknesses, he knows who matches against who fits and matches with who best and all that. So basically, I think that is quite a very good one for Mubiru. And by the way, from the season, yes, remaining a few games to the closure, trust me, KCCA is going to end up in a better position in the hands of Mubiru.
The first fixture of this game was a hard one. KCCA lost 2-1. And this time around, it's going to be one big thing that you could be expecting from them. With the likes of Usama Arafat, Haruna Lukwago, who are back into the team, you could be expecting, yes, 2 players you may miss. Could be, of course, Mohamed Shaban, Ashraf Mugume, because Shaban, if he has not jetted back, then it is going to be very hard. If they are back, then he will be playing. But that means if today's game looks so soon for him, he may not be into the team. But in this, KCCA have won 5 over their home games against Busoga and lost, of course, out of the 6 games that they have played. So that shows you the tally of this. And I am predicting KCCA is winning this. They will not want to accept to lose it twice into the hands of Busoga, who are in the battle for relegation. But it's going to be a tight contest because Busoga also needs to push it because they want to survive relegation right there. Now, there's going to be Maroon against Express, a tough game also. Maroon, we have seen names that have come through. We have seen the likes of Isaac Wagona we have talked about. But again, you shouldn't. Alpha Sali is back from, that is the East African Games. We are going to be seeing, the African Games. Now, very many players are back from there. And for Express, that's how they will be. But for Maroons, again, they should watch out for the players like the names like Fred Amaku, who are very, very good on that is the lines to see that they get themselves through right there. What are you seeing in this game?
Position number 6 and position number 9 are 29 against 31 points. This is going to be a very tough one. But Maroons is so very exceptional when they are home. So Express are the visitors here. Maroons is home at Luzira Prisons in there. And Maroons at home is very hard. We all know they even have beaten in a lot of giants at Prisons, Luzira there. The likes of KCCA have fallen there. We've seen a lot of people fall in there. At the Venom over, there is Maroon. So basically, like you had said, the likes of Amako and the rest would, of course, want to appear on the score sheet because now the competition is very tight for there is the Golden Boot at the end of the season over Satem's Uganda Premier League season at 2023-2024. So basically, this is going to be a very, very tough one for Express. Yes, they have in names that represented in the All African Games under 20 hippos. Yes, we have a lot of names, a lot of boys that represented in. But coming back, I'm going to put in a little bit of fatigue from the likes of the Alphas and the rest that you actually mentioned that went through to represent the country under 20. So basically, Maroons won't allow the 3 points to slip off into the hands of Express because Maroons, when they win this, they will better in the position. They currently have 31 points. If you look at Express, they have 29 points. Everyone is looking at collecting all 3 points. Points this time around are very crucial in every game.
Team news indicates that, of course, Maroons Football Club have welcomed back their striker, Darius Ojok, who has been, of course, a goal machine also into their team in the recent days. After that injury that he got in there, he's laid off from that is the sick bay. But, of course, they will also be missing Patrick Baiga and Abel Iturude, who will not be into the team to see that he makes amends performance for the team right there. That will be a very big task and a challenge for that is the team of Maroons Football Club. These players are sidelined due to injuries, but for Express Football Club, I just said Alpha Sali is one name they have welcomed back from that is the trip that they have gone in there. But their strike also, Marvin Oshaba, has been brought back into the team after, of course, being ruled out right there. So these are some of the big names you should be expecting right there. Amira Nalugonda has also come back into the team, and then, of course, David Ndihabwe formerly of Arua Hill Sports Club. He's in the team, so aggressive in that defense and midfield, of course, partner. You will be expecting a lot of things right there. As Abdu Chimera, the goals has always been a very outstanding performer for Express Football Club. Not forgetting, of course, Andri Kagwa, Musa Sali, and of course, Waigona Isaac, who is been on the tallies. He so far has 10 goals. Scoring today means he can go to 11 goals, or if he scores a brace or a hat-trick, he can even surpass the table leaders over the top scorer right there. So it's one big thing that we shall be expecting. These two games will be coming in the Star Times Uganda Premier League today. As we take a break, we'll be coming back to give you more over the other sports disciplines and international stories that will be coming up right here. Stay hooked to West Nile Television and keep dropping your comments on what your predictions will be like and what you think about Whistle Time every day right here from 2 p.m. to 3. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region. West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Welcome back from that break, and still Whistle Time live on West Nile Television or in Izaga, Linda Susie, all right here. Now, one of the biggest thing happens to be happening in the world of course, I should say the clash of the titans, because City Oilers are doing very, very well. And when I talk about City Oilers, you know what I'm all about, the basketball that is all going right there. They had a very good game yesterday after, of course, beating people, and someone was like, The City Oilers are back once again, but they have always been there. So they went past, that is the Jaguars, the JT Jaguars, to make sure that they went and sealed the 4th straight win of the season. Outstandingly, that is the performance that came in from the City Oilers. What do you say about the City Oilers?
I think it's quite a very good one for them. City Oilers inside Uganda, I should say, their always are quite very good, and but once they go out, they face a few challenges from some of these giant clubs in outside. But then once in the country, trust me, I think City Oilers have been a big threat to a lot of the clubs that we have here, the likes of the Jaguars and the rest. So basically, if they always come up winners in any other tournament within the country, trust me, I am not surprised, because that's what they are meant to be.
73-53 victory against, that is the JT Jaguars yesterday, which means this team is doing well. 4 straight into, that is the National Basketball League that is ongoing, and this game was played at Lugogo. Now, apart from that, there was also UCU Lady Cardinals who played against Miracle Ravens, and that one ended into 64-50. Of course, the UCU Lady Cardinals secured the 67 to the 50 Miracle Ravens against the Miracle Ravens. So it was so outstanding, and interestingly, for such a team to probably progress right there. Now we move away from that, of course, in the rugby, and look at some of the biggest stories coming into the international. Now, the English Premier League is returning, and English Premier League returning means that there's a lot we're expecting internationally. Now, one of the biggest game is going to be a game that is played on Sunday, and already people are asking me questions of what seeing here online, injury list and the rest. Couple of names. Arsenal is the Super Sunday game with the Man City. Arsenal plays Man City on Sunday, and in this you have 2 things. Now, who is under pressure is my question to you. Why am I saying this? Man City, we did see them have Kyle Walker out, limped off, brought out, and of course got off from the national team. Erling Braut Haaland is another name who of course was out from the team. There is a Kanji for Man City who has also left the national team due to injury concerns. Those are some key names that you should be talking about. Around 6 names for Manchester City who are still there. There's Ederson Moraes, who also was one name who has been out for quite a long time. There's KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, who is being out. Then, of course, Johnston has also been a problem, and Nunes, who is right out injured. If you look at Arsenal, they had a couple of names, and one of the latest names that they got was the man Bukayo Saka. And everyone, I know the question here is, how is Saka? Because that is the heart of Arsenal right now. So, remember, before Saka limped off from England's national team, he was taken off. Yes, he's one name that is being ruled out for that. Then there's Gabriel Martinelli, who also has been out. Then Gabriel Magalhaes has also been one name that is there. But in today's latest updates that came through, I want to confirm to you that, yes, Martinelli and the rest. Let me give you the list of Arsenal players and how they will be coming, maybe when they should be coming back. Potentially, the return date for Jurrien Timber, who has been out, is 4th of, it's going to be 4th of May, yes, according to the report here. Then 31st of March, this one, this very one is when you could be seeing David Raya Martin returning, because his status is 100% fit to see that he comes back into the team. Of course, that is one thing that you could be seeing. Gabriel Martinelli is one name that is out injured, but of course he's 50% fit, is currently being assessed by the coaches and the team, physio, and of course the club itself. So Gabi as well, he had a slight cut, remember, on his foot, and he's looking forward to see that he plays the game against maybe Man City if he's fit for the remaining days. He may go up to 70. Gabriel Dos Santos Magalhães is one name I'm talking about. He's 75% fit, according to the report coming in from Arsenal's medical team. And possible return date could be against Man City on 31st. We could be expecting him playing. Then Bukayo Saka has a thigh injury, and Bukayo Saka arrived with an hamstring injury from that is the national team, a problem that of course is yet being looked into, and is said to be getting through the treatments from the doctors and the physio, but is 50% fit. So the percentage is not 100%, it's 50-50 being assessed by the medical team. That is Arsenal for you, for those who wanted Arsenal's of course injuries. But for Man City, Ederson Moraes, 25%. You may not see him into the game against Arsenal. He's a ball player. He has a thigh injury, and this is of course one big thing, but he's getting better according to reports from Manchester City's physio. In the website of also Man City, there's Kevin De Bruyne, who had a groin hip pelvic injury, and he is 50-50 right now being assessed. He may not start such a game if he is not 100% or 70 and 80% there. Kyle Walker was withdrawn from the England's team and of course replaced, but he's 50-50 and also being assessed because he has a thigh injury. And Manuel Akanji is one name that you could be talking about. He has other regions, but also has a knock that has kept him out. He's 50-50. Johnston is another name for Man City, 25%, so you could maybe not see him. He's a good header of the ball. He is so commanding the defense, and that is where you could be seeing. Potential return dates are not there. Who is under pressure? Arsenal, Manchester City.
To me, Arsenal, I think, has quite a very long list. Okay, they both teams, Arsenal and Manchester City, have quite a number of players that are out injured. But for Arsenal, it's the key players that are out injured that they really need these players to see to it that they go past Manchester City this Sunday. But for Manchester City, to me, I think their key players will be around. Kevin De Bruyne. I think for Manchester City, it's only Walker and Akanji who basically will be out. And these are players that we've seen Manchester City playing out so well without them. Arsenal have a better record in the fixture, of course, against the Manchester City, but this time around, I think it's going to be quite a little bit hard for Arsenal to go past that is a Manchester City. It's
going to be a very tight game, of course, to decide what exactly it is. But of course, on a good day, Arsenal can also be a good team for those who know, because Arsenal has two things that they have to put. That element of relying on certain individuals. If they can drop it, then they can believe in themselves and win what exactly is coming right there. Because if Martin Odegaard, if Salah, not Salah, but Saka is not there, then you should be seeing a challenge with the Arsenal team. And that is where most of the times things come to a hold. So Messi now, as I talk, has revealed that decision over retirement. Probably he should be making retirement. He's played for, of course, Inter Miami in the MLS, and the 36 years old called time on his glittering European, of course, career last summer, saying that he could be retiring soon. Are we going to see changes? Who are the next Messis?
Messi, I think I read something about this retirement, and he said he's retiring soon because he's trying to see out that things are a little bit starting to fail up on him, of course, in the fitness and the rest of the things. So basically, there should be names of the young lads that are coming up front, especially these ones that are between 18 to 23, 24, 25. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of young talents that are coming up, very hardworking, that could possibly come through as there is replacements for Lionel Messi, a lot of names.
Okay, now, of course, a lot of things that also United are doing. Remember, there's going to be a game between Manchester United and Brentford that is coming, and a couple of names could be missing into the team. But all in all, Antonio Martial, you talk about Harry Captain Maguire. Is he still a captain?
I don't know. I should ask you and Jonah.
He's the captain.
Thank you.
You have John Evans. You have the goalkeeper Atrai Baindari, who are going to be missing. Casemiro, yes, he was said to be coming back on the 30th, but we're yet to see. But those are a couple of names in there. Shall this man, Erik ten Hag, survive? He's going to Brentford.
Brentford, this time around, we all know, of course, how hard it is for Manchester United to winning their games. And if you look at, they don't actually have a lot of injury list in there. So basically, traveling to Brentford, it could be a win for Manchester United, but it's going to be a rough one that might come through. Otherwise, I am anticipating and smelling a draw in this game, because Manchester United will be fighting very hard. Ten Hag will be fighting very hard. Of course, if the likes of the minors have returned and all that, we saw a very brilliant performance that he placed up when England played. Of course, when England played Belgium, he was man of the match in his first debut. He played 70 minutes. So going through 70 minutes in your first game is quite a very huge one and quite a very big one. And you come out with a man of the match award. So basically, to me, I think it's quite going to be a little bit hard for Manchester United. But of course, with some of the players that seem to be rejuvenated and energized, trust me, it's kind of going to be. I even don't want to finish this.
All right, but that's there. And then for Arsenal, they have drawn up again a 10-man list for strikers they want to bring into Arsenal. At least one of them should come, because they are not seeing much from. That is Gabriel Jesus, Havertz, and Nketiah, yes, Lisandro Trossard. They are trying so much, all who, of course, have been there. But Arteta still wants a striker, a clinical one. And Victory of Sporting has been one of the names on the list. Brentford's Ivan Toney is also on the list. There's Victor Osimhen of that is Napoli. There's Feyenoord's Santiago Jimenez, and then Brian Brobbey, of course, of Ajax. Luis Openda of course, RB Leipzig, who already has 23 goals, and you also have Victor Boniface, who has already 10 goals and 7 assists in his game. Benjamin Senko has been also another one. Porto Evanilson, who gave hard time to Arsenal. You remember that is their game in there. He is also on the list right there. Now, who is that player that could fit in the Arsenal philosophy?
I think Arsenal is targeting Victor Osimhen, and basically talking about Victor Osimhen, I think and the rest of the strikers that you have actually given up. Like he said, at the end of the day, not all the names or not all the people that are there targeting will end up at Arsenal. But Arsenal needs to get very key players. Victor Osimhen, yes, and the rest of the people, we all know the hard workers and all that. And at the end of the day, when a club wants to go in for you, trust me, it's because they've seen in something unique. They've seen in that when you added into the squad, you can basically come through and do something. So I think most of the names that are there have come up with, it could be good if, of course, they bring in a few of the players into the squad.
Now, of course, United right now have looked into to prioritize on Michael Olise, a deal over Johan Bakayoko, whom, of course, they wanted in there. Olise, 22 years of age, has been, of course, restricted to just 11 Premier League appearances during the 2023-2024 season. Now, that's one big thing that has come through. So he is one name that United wants to bring. I'm not seeing big from Liverpool and, of course, Chelsea, but AC Milan's Olivier Giroud verbally agrees to move to MLS Giants right there. We shall be telling you where exactly that is. But all in all, those are some of the big things. What is your parting words?
The games in there is Kampala, the inter-school games due to security reasons. The final matches of the Jinja District Secondary School football that were supposed to be at Kakindu Stadium have been shifted to there is a Gaddafi Arena. Why and how you will understand that the girls final is supposed to be between Jipra and Jinja SS, and then for the boys it's supposed to be Lakeside and Jinja Comprehensive. So every other person that is interested in watching this, Gaddafi Arena, it is the venue.
Just to tell you again, for those who are following, Royal Giants are the champions.
Okay.
Yeah, so you expected them back